Okay. Sorry for the late start to the stream here. Kind of got a little busy editing some videos between the RAF live stream, getting it uploaded to YouTube, and getting my collection edited and everything on Twitch, and then switching over to the game here. And I needed to get another drink as I was empty. So this stream is the Insurmountable. This is what was scheduled between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. here, Mountain Standard Time. This is going to end up being, I think, again, a couple more episodes, episode 3 and episode 4, divided into 2 1-hour episodes. We'll see, depending on how this 1-hour episode goes, kind of with the later start. I also did make kind of a promise to some friends that I would play Dying Light with them, which I think, if that's the case here in an hour, if I'm switching to Dying Light, I'll probably actually stream Dying Light 2. We're just starting out. We just finished some of the intro stuff in Dying Light 2, and then we'll be going on from there, kind of playing it co-op with myself and a couple other streamers, Major Victory and Joey Too Mad. So with Insurmountable, just to recap where we were, we finished actually the first mission in the beginning on Insurmountable Difficulty, the hardest difficulty setting in the game. It was kind of close towards the end of getting through it, and we ended up finding out that we were in some bit of a time loop on this mountain on an island by the sounds of it. There was a stranger woman here, I'm assuming some sort of scientist, trying to help us solve the mystery, and she needs us to gather some information. So I think on some of the missions we're going to be looking at events in story mode and trying to find stuff to help us figure out this time loop that we're in. We finished the mission, got back to the bunker here, ended up getting a ton of experience and stuff like that. I didn't go over any of the categories that you see on the screen here or sections, so I'm going to take a look at them here. Let's take a look at the inventory first. So I think this says, okay, so we do get to take items with us to our backpack. And I'm assuming if we warp back, she gave us a stone to kind of teleport back to the bunker that I think we can take from the backpack and put into the inventory space. So I don't think any of the stuff I actually finished with. This is just additional stuff. How many? I don't want to take 10 though. Do I have to take 10? Will be packed for 10 capacity. Oh, maybe that's just one of each. And I can pack everything here. Oh. Okay, well, I can equip most of that stuff. So let's see. Whoops. Does this take 25 capacity for that? It's a flashlight as well. Increasing light radius by 150%. So where does this one go? Does this go in the hand as well? Yes. It doesn't go any. It can't go anywhere else, eh? Of course not. Why would it? So these are all the tools then. Okay. Climbing axe, -10 energy, cost when climbing 2 height, 3 height, 4, 5 height, and 6 height differences. So that's for elevation climbing. This is for flat terrain, and time cost when climbing 1 height difference. So I think it's depending on what I'm trying to do on the start of this next mission. If you're probably staying on the flatland surfaces or the lower elevations, rather than going up the mountain, you might want to take the hiking staff for a lot of the early starts to the missions. The climbing axe probably for medium to late. And then this flashlight, I'm not sure. I think it's just more for like nighttime. If you were more like focusing on leveling up your travel during night and travel during the environmental situations, that you might take the flashlight over the hiking staff or the climbing axe. I am going to take the hike or the tent with me. The hike. Take a climbing rope because can't take a climbing rope. Is that really all I can take with me? So sad. I'm trying to think what I started with on that last mission. I'd have to look back and see. I think it was a hook, a tent, and a canned food, I think. The hook only lasts 3 hours. It's only good if you do get to the... Well, it's minus 40 on all terrain. That includes stone. Doesn't matter on the elevation. If I drop the can, I can't take the hiking staff. I think I'll leave without any of the tools. Again, like I guess if it's just depending if I'm trying to make it through the entire mission, then maybe I would look at packing for the long haul. But if I'm going to make this a short run, then a hiking staff would probably be the best route. Let's just do it. Go with that for now. Okay, so the inventory, we already looked at that. Let's look at the characters. So there's the 3 different characters and the character types: adventurer, scientist, and journalist. We haven't unlocked the scientist or journalist yet. I don't know if they get different points. You want to unlock master climber? Okay, no, they're all red, so they're all based on the adventurer points. I think these... Okay, so you need the primaries in order to get to the tier 2. So tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s. Let's see what we have here. Okay, so Night Owl. We gain more experience in events during the night. Plus 100% experience gain in events only active during the night. We have the active skill Sprint. Reduced time cost and additional body temperature gain when moving. Minus 35% time cost on all terrains, plus 2 body temperature per hour when moving. Duration 2 hours, cooldown 24 hours. So it's a little bit of a short burst every 24 hours, or when you need it. Not something I really want to try to mix in early on, I'm thinking. Okay, well, they're all active skills except for Night Owl. 100 experience gain in events at night. Oh my good galore. Like that could be... Because I think the event, I had 44 events for like 944 experience. That would be doubled. And even if for the early going, if like I'm saying like I'm doing short mission runs, I can sleep during the day, run during the night, double the experience. Otherwise, Master Climber, reduce energy cost on all terrain. Minus 20% energy cost on all terrain. Duration 3 hours, cooldown 24 hours. I seem to burn through a lot more energy than body temperature per se. If we look at tier 2 for body temperature, whenever you use, okay, regeneration, thrill seeker, some sanity recovery while moving, only active during the death zone. And typically you'll probably be halfway down your sanity when you reach the death zone anyways. It's not bad. The Night Climber, tier 2 for XP, reduce body temperature loss at night, plus 2 body temperature per hour when moving. And it seems to me you lose, like the body temperature loss is during the nights. So that's actually a pretty good perk too. And reduce energy cost of all climbing at night. 25% cost on all terrain. And that's permanent. That's not an active skill. Or none of these are active skills, I should say. So this is death zone. So like I said, if I was doing short mission runs, I'm probably not going to be going to the death zone. You get a consumable item and bandages to regain health. If I carry 1 bandage, I probably wouldn't need this perk either. That's a short-term buff. Alpine Style number 1, which is tier 2 under the Master Climber tree. Minus 10% time cost on all terrain. Not a really huge buff. And reduce loss, health loss in events, minus 0.75 health in a loss in event. That's tier 2 on that one. That's even further, thick skin. And Alpine style 2. Is it another? Is that minus 15% on top of the 10%, or is that just minus? I'm thinking it stacks for a total of 25%, and then that stacks for a total of 2. On the edge, prevent critical events for 2 hours. I'm assuming critical events means danger events. Jesus, that's a total of 5 body temperature per hour when moving. Active skill warm up. Spend some energy to increase body temperature. Minus 25% energy on cost on all trains. Minus 40% energy cost on all trains at night. That is so tempting. It is so tempting to run, bring red tea, canned energy, herbs, walking stick, stick on the short paths, and go for sleep during the day, run during the night. I have to be careful about that. Okay, what else have we got on the left here? Increase body temperature, maximum body temperature by 15. Tier 2, body temperature by 30, and body temperature by 60. Maximum oxygen by 15, oxygen by 30, oxygen by 60, energy by 15, 30, and 60. Okay, so I can take the active skills for 200, which I'm not going to do. I can take a tier 1 in Night Owl. Can't get a tier 2. Take a tier 1, or I can double up tier 1, tier 2 for that much more energy and that much more. Double up on the energy perk. The issue with that is that I'm going to have 30 more energy, and my sanity, body temperature, and oxygen are all going to be 30 less. I think I'd be better off raising them equally. Like, I'm really thinking like energy, body temperature, and Night Owl would be a good start. But I don't have 300. And since body temperature seems to be affected the most at night, might be what I want to look at to give myself a little more breathing room during the night explorations. I think I'm going to try and do that. So if I don't have any clothing to start, I'll come back to those skills and level up accordingly. I just want to see what this... Okay, this is just the proficiency. If I'm playing the adventure, the next level is going to be 200 adventure points, 10 more capacity, unlock some additional items. Crampons are for ice, snow boots for snow. Heavy boots is probably for just hiking on stone. I think the insulated boots is body temperature for moving. Not too sure. I haven't seen the insulated boots yet. Environmental knowledge, terrain knowledge, event knowledge. Because I think one of the experiences on... That's events during night. I'll get double experience with the 100%. That way I'll be walking during night for terrain... No, not terrain proficiency. I think it's environmental proficiency. Okay, what's team upgrades? Okay, that's the knowledge you unlock. Helps you navigate terrain types. Terrain knowledge on ice. Reduced energy cost on ice. Reduce energy cost on snow. Reduce energy cost on rock. Terrain knowledge dangers. % improved protection from terrain interruption events. So that's a percentage of damage reduction. Oh, there's a second tile too. I should check for the other ones. See if I can. Environmental knowledge. Okay, train environmental and event. Environment knowledge. Night resistance. Reduced body temperature loss at night. Reduced oxygen lost in the death zone. Cold weather resistance. Reduced body temperature lost in cold weather. And reduced energy cost effects in stormy weather. Okay. And then event knowledge for energy, time, sanity, and experience. Percent reduced energy loss in events. Percent reduced time cost in events. Percent increased sanity gain in events. And percent increased experience gained in events. Wow, you could stack that with the night owl. And you could really start pulling in your XP gains. And then with night resistance, reduced body temperature loss at night. And then cold weather resistance could reduce body temperature even further in cold weather at night. God damn, that is tough decisions. Tough decisions. Does the night last longer than the day? No, I think they're both equal. With 7 p.m., it's actually, I think, an hour less than daytime. Oh man, what do I do? Let's go it. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Because even then, like, these two are beauties also. Like getting 2 body temperature per hour when moving during the day, or only active during the night, sorry. And then minus 25% energy cost. So then why wouldn't you travel at night, even if you couldn't see? Because you can still somewhat sort of see. So I got 100 left over. I can save it, or I could increase the maximum. If I save it, I get 300. Wouldn't really matter on the next level, because the next level is only going to be 200 points. I'm better off taking one of these. Let's go with the body temperature, because if I'm going to be exploring at night, I need as much body temperature as I could possibly have. I'm going to actually... If I hike... Something like that might be a better... Oh, I still got 10 points left over. Something like that would probably still be a better... And you got ignore dangerous terrains for a limited time too. Something like that. And then no tent, so I'd have to find caves until I could pick up a tent. And there's 3 uses to this safety rope. That's only 3 hours. That's 6 hours of night exploration on dangerous. Oh man, I don't know. Energy cost, energy and flat terrain, 1 height difference. I would need the tent because I need to get it tonight and then stay in the night cycle as much as possible. So I'd have to drop 3 of these, put a tent in, or drop the flashlight in one of these and put the tent in. What are the chances I get a tent during the mission? I did get one in that first mission, actually. There's the caves. Like, I'll just have to sleep at the caves. Every cave I hit. And I have to hit caves along the way. Okay, let's... do we try it for the first run? I think so. That is a lot of capacity for 10. Did we get 3 sleeps too? And you can sleep without the tent. I don't know how well that works. You know what? Let's go with it. You know what? I'm feeling frisky. Feeling risky. Frisky and risky. Let's see what we got for mountains. So mountain 1 actually was completed. The first one, the beginning. Reach the summit, make history. You have already completed this mission. So I got a next mission. Unknown. These are all locked side missions. I think that's tier 2 mountain. Wow. So that's even longer and then even longer. So you would need to at least level up before taking on the other tiers in the mountains. Just because you have to carry more, you need more capacity and you have to carry more equipment. That makes all too much sense. What's this backpack thing? Okay, I think that's the mission. Or the storyline. So we got a first side mission, gigantic crater with a steep conical rise. Scale the summit, then reach the goal. This mission is unlocked. You have not played it yet. A scientist on a mission. There are reports of a scientist who is also caught in the time loop. His expertise could be very valuable to your efforts. Of course, you'll need to convince him to join you first, and then take him to the station. Find the scientist and take him to the station. So that's to unlock the scientist. An expansive mountain. There's a great deal of dangerous terrain on this mountain. Find 3 temporal anomalies, then reach the goal. Side mission. A compact mountain with an extremely steep rise. A large area of the mountain is located in the death zone. Ooh, don't like that. Scale the summit to the summit. Side mission, an expansive mountain. Find 3 temporal anomalies, then reach the goal. And the one that we're probably going to be going to is investigative journalism. There are rumors of a journalist wandering the mountain. Find him and use his investigative skills to find a way out of the time loop. Search for clues that will lead you to the journalist. This mission is unlocked. You have not played it yet. Is that what the backpack is for, though? Is that the suggestive mountain I should be going to? I think maybe that's what they'll probably do, is get me to unlock the 3 characters. Danger terrain. Extremely steep rise. An expansive mountain. Gigantic crater with a steep conical rise. A lot of elevation changes on those 4. I don't know what we'll see what this one is. Did I say mad? Or map? That's his map. That's on the backside. Okay, investigative journalism. 1 star. Search for clues that will lead you to the journalist. There are rumors of a journalist wandering the mountain. Find him and use his investigative skills to find a way out of the time loop. Environment is cold weather. Increased probability of cold weather. The rewards for finishing: 1,000 character proficiency, 1,500 event proficiency. And when finished with the adventurer, 1,000 environment proficiency. Okay. Let's take a stab at it. I can change the characters here in the screen, but I don't have them unlocked yet because the journalist is one of the other characters here. And cold weather, increased probability of cold weather. I can go to the inventory here. My question is the journalist going to be in the death zone? So I might not be able to get to him. Let's just go with it. You know what? Quick guessing. Quick guessing myself. Not going to get anywhere if I keep debating. All right, the mysterious stranger has seen another person in the mountains. This person is not from the area and looks like a journalist. That can't be a coincidence. You think he might make a good ally, but first you have to find him. Okay, I just want to take a quick tracking device. Okay, this is part of T. Same. Okay, some missions require you to use your tracking device to find your next goal. You can activate/deactivate it on your skill bar located in the lower right of the screen. You can then move your camera to find your goal. The closer your goal is to the center of the screen, the stronger the signal will be. Remember to look up or down to get a more precise location. Okay, weather cold. -4 body temperature per hour when moving. -4 body temperature per hour when resting or in events. Flashlight, increase the radius. Basic values. Okay. We got a K right off the bat. Make sure I'm zoomed out. We got a shrine right off the bat. Weird. Let's take a look here. It was V to take a look, right? I hit T. Okay. Temporary effects that expire after a time. Oh, so that's how that works. He's somewhere. Wow, this goes steep right off the bat. My guess is probably on the back side of the hill. Okay, let's just go to the cave here to start. There should be no danger. We go over to there. There's one danger. I'm okay with that. Let's increase our movement speed so this goes a little bit faster. Cave. You enter a cave. It's dried and sheltered from the wind. Further back, you see a small tunnel leading into the darkness. I explore the tunnel. I have my flashlight with me. You want to explore the tunnel, but it's so dark that you can't see your hands in front of your face. I use my flashlight. The flashlight illuminates the passageway, and you go even deeper into the cave system. Finally, you enter a chamber and find a box containing some provisions. I turn around. I get 2 cans of food and a bunch of experience. Confirm. I'm going to lie down and sleep. If I sleep long, I'm going to lose 30 body temperature. Then I'll be closer to night, and then I can hop right in and get going. Actually, you know what? Was there a cave? I didn't even check to see what what the events were at the top of the hill. Hopefully the shrine will be that I can actually recover body temperature. That would be nice. Dodge that dangerous terrain. Well, I'm just going to be shy of night, actually. Sanity and health. I think this is the same text as the last episode. There's nothing different about it. Grab the sanity, even though it's kind of a waste. What is up here? I don't see any tiles up here. I see this treasure chest. Doesn't seem to be any danger. We go on the back side. Can I see up here? Cave on the other side. I can't walk this way, can I? Jesus, how much energy is that? That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of body temperature too. Do I get the stone? I thought they said there was a stone I could use to return. Did they lie to me? I didn't see it anywhere. Maybe I made a bad decision on skills I took. Oh well. Nope, that's dangerous. Let's go here. We're in nightfall, and this is where the body temperature is even worse, isn't it? Yeah. Like, I don't see friggin' anything. That is a lot of body temperature. Yes, me and my episodes. It's important to keep a good series going. Oh my god, what am I doing? I thought I could teleport out of this. I made some bad decisions. Some very bad decisions. What I could do, I think to keep in mind, is to just stack red tea when I leave. That's all. You enter a cave, and after just a few steps, you feel an icy wind on your face. It seems to be coming from the cave inside. I follow the wind. Countless stalactites hang from the ceiling, blocking your path. As you deftly search the gaps between the enormous rock formations, ducking beneath them, you hear a sudden grinding noise. Something pokes you in the back. Let's first guess it's just not worth it. You turn back. So I got double experience for that because it's nighttime. But I took up an injury, apparently. Okay, it's only oxygen. That's fine. And if I lie down and sleep briefly, I'll lose more, but I'll get my energy back. Don't really need to sleep, so we're just going to continue on. We'll move to that chest next, get our level up here, take it slow, level 1, gain some energy, body temperature, and oxygen when waking up. Whenever you wake up, gain 4, 4, and 4. Active till the end of the mission. Mindfulness, whenever you reach a point of sanity, gain 3 sanity. Active for only 48 hours. Warm thoughts, whenever you use a consumable item, you get some body temperature. Active until the end of the mission. That I'm going to go with. Lonely grave. In front of you, rocks and stones have been meticulously piled up to form a mound. A grave so far up here, question mark. I search for clues as to who is buried here. I reflect and pay tribute to the dead. Search for clues. You carefully nudge the rock with your boot. There's something there. You bend down and find some old but usable equipment. Another mountaineer must have been buried here. You have lots of questions and no answers. Who were they? How did they know about the island? What happened to their companion who buried them? I take the equipment. I leave it as is. I take the equipment. Yeah. A grave that kind of early on in this little hike seems kind of strange. What? Minus 63 body temperature? 5.5 hour times, and I get insulated boots, which I needed. 7.4 sanity. That's not terrible. I get some oxygen back. That sucks. I don't have any anything to warm myself up with. Critical status. Okay, I haven't never reached critical status before. When a stat other than health reaches 0, your status is critical. Your path preview turns red once any of your stats reach critical level. If you continue to move in this condition, you will face dangerous critical events. Careful. If your health reaches 0, your run is over. Well, that sucked. This is going to be a very short run. Level up, fast movement, minus 25% all terrain costs for 24-hour active. Controlled breathing for oxygen. Mindfulness, 3 sanity. Limited for 48 hours. Not that I'm going to make it to the death zone at this rate. This is... What if I go back to here? Can I leave? I never even tried that to see if it would take me out of the mission. Can I go up here first? Ooh, that's a lot of energy. Let's eat one of those first. I wonder how much health do I lose? Is it per tile? No. Maybe there's a chance to lose health? Critical. Your cold is unbearable. You don't know how much longer you'll be able to survive it. 3.9 health. Well, I'm getting to daytime here, so I'm just going to have to keep moving during the daytime. Daybreak. You discovered a buried chest. I dig out the chest. Oh, hell yeah. I'll dig out the chest for only 26 energy. You find a vacuum flask filled with tea in the chest. Excellent. We're just going to use that right now. And then we're going to eat more food. And we confirm. There's a cave up ahead. I really wanted to see if I could go back. So I'm just going to do that right now. Even though it's going to be a waste of energy. I just want to see if it takes me out of the mission. Because I don't see that stone that woman's talking about for teleporting. Unless I was just reading things. Ah, you can go back. You have reached the start of your journey. You wonder if you should return to the research station to rest and rethink your plans. Your amulet is powerful, but you must be careful with it. Do you really want to turn back and try again? Well, at this point, I may as well return to the station. I wonder if the amulet triggers if I die during the run. Maybe that's what it is. It just automatically teleports me. Okay, I need to better strategize this. I can string a bunch of short runs together just to power level, sleep at night, and then just do. Because if I go back to the map, I wonder if those events actually spawn back. Just string a bunch of short runs together, get XP. Or if I leave, did I get any XP for that? Or do I only get the XP if I complete the mission? Nope, I got some. It looks like some progress in that. Whatever I did get during the mission was unlocked. Because I think this was 944 here. I think. Sure, why not? And the grind starts. Okay. So this is actually going to be procedural. So this one should actually be different. Yeah, it would never be the same. Oh, wow, there's a lot to the... Does this take me in the right direction? No. So the journalist is in that direction. None of these are caves. What if I rest? I lose sanity and a ton of body temperature. Maybe I'll do the first few events. Huh. Wow, this one has a danger tile. Something like that. You're definitely using... Oh, I didn't bring the rope with me. Ah, whatever. You discover an oxygen mask at the bottom of the very narrow and very steep crevice. You can squeeze into the crevice and climb down to retrieve the oxygen. Give it a try. You slowly climb down the crack in the ice. The tightness makes you feel uncomfortable and breathing is difficult. What if you get stuck? Well, I should hope not. You did it. You have the oxygen mask. If you're in your hand and you continue on your way. Oxygen mask. It's a headpiece. Oh. Oh yeah, I don't have the boots anymore. Stone circle. In front of you, you see an outline of monoliths arranged in a circular pattern. Some of them have collapsed and broken into thousands of pieces. An ancient ritual site. I'd stay and examine, of course. Silent witnesses of an ancient and lost culture. Did nature do this to them, or were they destroyed by other humans? You're not sure. But something will eventually rise from these ruins. Such is the circle of life. You are about to move on when you think you see something beneath one of the monoliths. You move closer and discover some provisions. Oh, climbing rope. And sanity. And a level up. Cool. We're going for warm thoughts. Because these are both... I can get controlled breathing, but I'm not going to the death zone anytime soon, so... Some of these runs. Let us go... here, because I'm going to backtrack and come around. Wonder, you discover a tree. You do not know how it could survive at this altitude, but the sight, it comforts you. Cool. Taking all that XP, baby. Heart of the Explorer in a rocky hollow, well protected from the wind and weather. You discover a tent, or what remains of one. There are slashes in the tarp, as if someone had cut the tent with a sharp blade. Scattered outside the tent are items of clothing and provisions, but no sign of the owner. Why did they leave in such a hurry? Search through the provisions. Thoroughly investigate the campsite, which will take me into night, which is maybe not that good. Man, that just lose a lot of body temperature at night. Well, we'll thoroughly investigate. We're near the entry or the start point anyways. In a sleeping bag, you find a thick book bound in leather. You engross yourself in reading the handwritten entries and learn about a zoologist who spent most of her life searching for an undiscovered species of the genus Homo. There is also a sketch of a hirsute human-like creature, almost 10 feet in height. It reminds you of the legendary Yeti. Ooh, 902. Oh, that must be double XP, though. Fast movement, active for 24 hours. Whenever you wake up, 4 energy, 4 body temperature, 4 oxygen. Sure. Drink up on some tea. Rough stone. Moving through the rough stony terrain. You step on a treacherous piece of rock, twisting your ankle. 30% energy cost on all terrain. Lovely. Half buried in the ground, you find a weathered stone plaque. It seems to be old. Very old, in fact. Spend time digging it up. Why not? As you are digging at the earth with your bare hands, your gaze falls on the character etched into the stone, presumably some kind of writing system. You regret that you are unable to read the characters. There must have been a civilization here a long time ago. What must have led to their downfall? Finally, you're able to free the plaque and lift it up. In the hollow beneath it, you find some provisions. Good, some red tea. Yoink. Yoink. And we're kind of back at it. And another level up. Stay warm 1. Gain more body temperature per hour when moving. Or take it slow too. We're not sleeping anytime soon. Under the stars. Reduce penalty for sleeping without a tent. Wow. There's a lot of good permanent passives for, yeah, body temperature. So I'm actually thinking I did take the right perks here. If I can get this to work out. When resting or in events. Only active during sleep outside. Okay, stay warm. Oh, well, okay, that's definitely not the way we want to go for that. I definitely should have went for the chest first. Is there anything? Oh, they're pretty far away. Holy Jesus. Oh, that's not terrible. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do that. Let's cancel that. Let's go for this one. We'll probably head back for a quick little run. It's not going to be daytime, is it? Ooh, glacier. When climbing next to the flat crevice, you lose your footing and start sliding down. After a few feet, you manage to catch yourself. I quickly pull myself up the slope. You march along a mountain ridge. Its steep slopes lined with gnarled trees defying the elements. You spot an oxygen bottle on a narrow ledge and fragile-looking edge. You can pick up the branch and try to salvage it. And give it a try. The branch brushes the oxygen bottle, but you lack the strength to boot in your direction. I keep trying. You lie down on the ground and stretch as far as you can. Using the branch, you manage to shift the oxygen bottle an inch or two before it gets wedged between the two rocks. Okay, well, I don't have enough energy for it. And we're going to head back. Oh, gigantic footprints. You see footprints in the snow in front of you. They've almost been swept away by the wind, but they're clearly human and very large, like those of a giant. And it would appear that the giant is wandering around barefoot. You follow the tracks to a crevice where they end. At the bottom of the crevice, you can make out a scrap of cloth. Did someone fall down there? You could jump down, you could jump across, and pick up the trail on the other side. Don't have enough energy. I find a way around, or I carefully climb down. Those are the same, right? No, I find a way around and continue. Carefully climb down to the crevice. The crevice isn't very deep. You climb down effortlessly. It is not a giant that you find, but a woman's corpse. You move closer and look into the two dark, empty eye sockets. What happened to her eyeballs? Could animals have eaten them? You search her torn anorak and you find an identity card from a research institute for zoology and some equipment. So insulated boots. I don't know why I even have this climbing rope. I'm not even using it. Well, I guess I found it, so it didn't matter. Go back. Yes, please. Am I even getting much experience? 40, 30. Not terribly too much. The runs need to be longer. So I'm thinking, I don't have any knowledge yet. Thinking the best probably wasn't that. It was probably doing some of the maximum stuff. Oh, you know, the maximum stuff was really worth it. What time is it right now? Okay, it's already 8. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to change some stuff around. I guess if I first get in tonight, if I can hit a couple events would be good, and then sleep through the night. Let's try it that way. Something like that. Might actually be a better setup. That way I can drink the red tea if I need the body temperature if I'm out too long at night, and then I can rest to get the energy back, necessarily than bringing the can of food. Okay, this is the same thing. Did I get anything better to start? I do have a cave. Got a chest. Here, oh, okay. Here, there. Where does that take me? Definitely gonna be up the mountain somewhere, I'm assuming. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over on that side too. Where's this? I can't see that one. That looks close enough. Mysterious discovery. You are trudging across a snow-covered plain when your boot catches on something stretching lengthwise along the ground. You are stunned to discover a thick black cable. Why is it here and where does it lead? I can follow the cable or I can spend energy. I'm going to spend the follow the cable, I think. The cable leads you to the edge of a small canyon. You can see that it runs down the sheer canyon slope, ultimately disappearing into a pile of rubble at the bottom. It seems clear that there was an avalanche here. Is it worth climbing down and taking a look? Well, now I'll spend the energy to climb down. You gently probe the ledge with the toe of your boot. The rock seems like it will hold. When you shift your weight, however, a large chunk of rock comes loose and crashes to the bottom of the canyon with a loud boom. A desperate leap at the last second is all that saves you from hurtling down into the depths along with it. Your hands tremble. Your legs are jelly. No, this is too risky. You better focus at the task on hand. Cave. You enter the cave cautiously. A short way ahead, the ground disappears. There's a wide, deep fault in the earth in front of you, stretching from one wall to the other. I'll explore it, but I don't think I can do anything from there. You squint down and make out something lying at the bottom of the fault. From the distance, it looks like it might be a backpack or bag. Could there be a valuable equipment in there? I use a torch I don't have. I don't have my flashlight. I can climb down and use sanity, which I will. You sit on the edge and carefully lower yourself down. As your foot is seeking purchase on a small ledge, it happens. The ledge breaks away and you slide down the sharp block. Definitely picked up an injury, yeah. You finally come to a stop, your hands covered in grazes and scrapes. You ignore the pain and search the item, which is in fact an old backpack. It contains valuable equipment, which definitely makes up for your sore hands. More or less satisfied, you climb back up. Well, that's not good. But I'll be sleeping here, I think. So I can sleep the majority of this off. I lie down and sleep. Sleep for 10 hours and lose a decent amount of... We'll sleep briefly. Level up. Whenever you use an item, get some body temperature back. Fast movement. Yes, whenever I use an item, I get some body temperature back. Let's keep on keeping on. Okay, at the foot of a slope, you stumble across the remains of a building. Did it belong to the occupying forces? Parts of it are completely buried in rock, or under rock, sorry. There must have been a landslide. Between the rubble, you can see a few electronic devices and small metal containers. You could go down there and search for provisions. Sure, we'll search through the rubble. You walk carefully across the rubble, but not carefully enough. Something shifts under your feet. This is the third event in a row, and you fall, ramming your leg into a crevice. You quickly try to free yourself, but your movement triggers a mini landslide, sending rocks falling onto your leg with a stabbing, shooting pain. With a sharp jerk, you manage to free yourself. You examine your leg. Nothing appears to be broken. You are relieved. It could have been much worse. You can continue on your journey. level up, grab fast movement 1. Drink a couple tea. I'm not near any events. Could sleep for 10 hours. Because when's daybreak? Oh, it's only a few hours here. I was actually probably better at sleeping, wasn't I? Sleep briefly. Briefly, please. I don't know where briefly came from. Let's just go there. It'll still be nighttime for that event. Saint Bernard. You suddenly hear a large bark behind you. You spin around to see Saint Bernard bounding toward you, panting, its tongue lolling. As it obediently sits at your feet, you notice a harness on its back. There's a bag strapped to it. Search the bag. The dog waits patiently as you search the bag. You find equipment inside. Wow, that's actually a really good event. Get sanity, get experience. We can't head to that one. Because it's right like that. So move over to the cave. I'll probably rest. Get it back closer to nighttime. Daybreak and cold. You enter the cave. It's dry from shelter in the wind. At the rear of the cave, you notice a faint... Rear of the cave, you notice a faint shimmer of light. Follow the light. As you approach, you realize that it's coming from 100 fireflies. Fascinating. I will take my sanity and experience, please. And I will lie down to sleep for... the other one is going to be... Let's just go for 6 hours. Okay, and I get a level up out of that. Still have the red tea. Ooh, I get warm thoughts level 2. Or stay warm level 1. Let's go with warm thoughts level 2 because I can get more out of this red tea I'm about to use. It's the only reason why. Okay, and then we see there's a bunch of events back this way. Let's head to there because I cannot see what I'm doing. I can hit the cave, hit the 3 events, head back. I think so. Whoa. Can I go the other way? Whoa. Okay, we'll just go through the dangerous terrain. Dodged all 3. Not bad. Cave. You enter a cave. It's dry and sheltered from the wind. I lie down and sleep for briefly 6 hours. This way I get double experience. Okay, let's go to this first one. Wonder. Northern Lights. What a sight. Damn right it is. Sanity and experience. You go to the conversation. Or the 2 talking heads. Whatever this is. Encounter. As you walk past a massive crevice, you hear a faint cries for help. Looking to the depths, you identify an unfortunate mountaineer at the bottom of the chasm. Climb down to save him. Carefully climb down the crevice. Shortly before reaching the bottom, you slip and land next to the unfortunate mountaineer. With great effort, you manage to save the mountaineer. His gratitude is beyond words. I lose health. Lose a bunch of energy. Get a bunch of experience. That kind of sucked. Intense movement 1. Gains significantly more body temperature per hour when moving, but at an increased energy cost. We'll take that one. And we will go to the stone. That'll probably hopefully be energy. Oh, there's another cave over there. Rubble. You encounter a slope filled with rubble. Even your very first step onto it sets off a mini landslide with stones rolling out from under your feet and down the mountainside. I keep going. I'm not afraid. Just a few steps in, and the first rocks roll from out on your feet. You fall, landing heavily on your side, sliding down a short distance down the slope. That was painful. Oh, it's only health damage, as they say. Shrine. An old woman sits in front of a crooked hut. She wears a friendly, toothless smile and motions you to sit with her to recharge your strength. You do as she suggests and regain health or warmth. Warmth, please. And we head back. Whoops. Head back to the start. Actually, I don't know if maybe I can sneak these other ones away down here. It says something. I can't see that. We'll just take a little loop-see around and see. No harm, no foul, right? Okay, yeah, it is definitely going to be some harm, some foul, because I can't get back through that way. I have nothing to regain energy, do I? Hopefully we recover energy here. The wishing tree. As you approach the skeletal tree, you discover countless red ribbons with golden lettering. Okay, I can get energy back. Tied to its spindly branches. Unfortunately, you can't decipher the writing. You don't know why, but for some reason, you find the spot very moving. You make a wish for energy, please. And then we'll take this event down here and then another shrine. I don't know if really heading this way is going to do anything. Can't believe your eyes. Fallen attendants blocking your path. Take a detour and continue my journey. I stay and look around. As you clamber over the iron struts, you notice an open crate amidst all the scrap metal. I pick up an injury. Great. You lie on your belly to reach in and fish out a few provisions. As you try to get back up, you lose your balance, falling forward and gashing your knee. It's just a moon herb. It's just a moon herb. That's all it is. God dang, Pangle, dang it. Daytime when I get to here. Jingling fills the air around you, harmonious and melodious. The wind chimes one. Health or sanity? Take the health back. I cannot see anything. So if I click up to here, that's not terrible, is it? No, that isn't terrible. God damn it, this view is terrible, that's for sure. It's gonna use up all my energy to climb that elevation. Let's do that. I'll rest and then head back. Icefall. Your breath is taken away. Towering in front of you on the slope in bizarrely shaped masses of ice and snow, and several tents not far away. Who set up camp here? You call out, but no one answers. I check the slope. The columns of ice shimmer blue, a sight that brings tears of joy to your eyes and fills you with respect. As you are walking, one of the ice spikes breaks off and comes crashing down next to you. You stand rooted into the spot. Your body would have been crushed if the ice hadn't missed you by mere feet. You decide not to push your luck and try to continue your journey. Preserve energy. We'll rest. Sleep long. I'm actually going to backtrack, I think. Should be able to make it one foul swoop. Go back, yes, to the research station, please. Okay. Well, I already had over an hour in this episode, so I think I'm going to end the stream here and end the episode quickly. I think I'm going to hop off for a bit and get something to eat and then come back on for a stream. Possibly Dying Light 2 if the boys are ready to play. So we'll catch you all in a bit. Otherwise, JR7 out. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Later.